Hi, I'm Ana Rita.
And I'm Tiago.
And we are from Engenharia Radio.
We're looking for interesting foreigners to talk about their hometown and their exchange period in Porto.
So, if you are listening to this,
Bem-vindo! If you want to be on our radio show,
send us a message to welcome@engenhariaradio.pt. See you soon! So we are here in Bem-vindo. Today we are with Ivo, and we will start. Can you describe us your hometown?
Yeah, a little bit, but it's too huge to describe, you know.
The name.
I'm from Izmir in Turkey. It's in the west part of Turkey. It's close to beach. Aegean Sea. Do you know Aegean Sea? You don't know Aegean Sea. We are close to Greece.
Yeah.
It's between Greece and Turkey. So I live in that part. We are close to Europe. And then we have 5 million population in my country, in my hometown.
5 million?
5 million in the city, not in the country.
Yes.
So I live in touristic part of Izmir. So in the summer, it's awesome to see, to swim. It's awesome. So that's all I think. Because it's huge, I cannot describe it in 1 hour.
That's okay. And what about the typical food?
Typical food, we have lots of typical food, but it's different to you. I mean, we have some, I don't know, boyos in Izmir. It's really traditional in Izmir, boyos. If you come to Izmir, you have to eat boyos.
Yeah.
But I don't know. And we have Turkish delight. You know Turkish delight? Of course you know Turkish delight.
Probably.
Yes, come on, you know Turkish delight.
The other time we went to eat Turkish food.
You think it's similar, the food that are in the restaurants, Turkish restaurants in Europe, and the food that you eat in Turkey?
It's really different. I mean, when you eat kebab in here, it's nothing. You have to eat kebab in Turkey. When you eat kebab in Turkey, it's awesome, you know, awesome, tasty. But in here, it's close to kebab, real kebab. It's close to real kebab, but not real kebab, you know.
I don't really know because I have the experience.
When you come to Turkey,
yeah, sure.
I'll guide you.
She wants to go to
Yes, I want. But, and what about the drinks? There's some typical drinks?
Yeah, we have typical drink, raka. Do you know raka?
No.
we drink raka in the night with fish with raka. It's really typical, I mean, traditional. Yes. When you drink something, you have to drink raka and you have to eat fish. And then you have to listen a little bit slow music to make feel a little bit happy, something like that. But we don't have any special another thing. I mean, we have some beer, some stuff, but it's expensive, really expensive. Alcohol is really cheap here, really.
Everyone says that the other people
Portugal is a pretty cheap country.
Yeah, it is really cheap country. You can eat lots of stuff for 10 euros. I mean, when you go to restaurant, it's expensive. No way.
No, it depends on the restaurant.
Yeah, it depends on the restaurant. But if you go to the Barrier Square,
that's really a tourist area, so of course there will be more expensive. It's normal.
Price like 20 euros, 15 euros for a dinner, for a lunch. It's too much money to spend. I don't want to spend too much money too.
I have a doubt about the food from Turkey. The kebab, the meat that they use in kebab is made of what?
Made of meat of cow. Do you know cow?
Yes.
Or bull.
Oh, okay.
Bull.
Okay.
Yes.
But we don't eat pork.
Yes.
You don't eat pork?
Yeah, I eat sometimes when I'm hungry. But in Turkey, you cannot find pork.
No?
Yes,
no
but
way.
It's a religion question or just...
it's about religion. We don't eat pork in our religion, but I eat it. Sometimes, not all the time. This is the best song playing in the radio. I'm gonna write it right now and play it. Kareli Battaniya. This music plays in the radio program, which is really famous in Turkey. This is the main song in the background song.
bugün benim günüm. Kapandı üzgünüm. Sıkıldım artık insanlardan. Hiç durmadan ararlar, hiç sormadan gelirler. Hiç yalnız olmasınlar mutsuzlar. Kendi kendilerine kalmak ne zor gelir ki. Rehberin değer bulur, isminin baş harfi. Çaldı bak zırıl zırıl telefonun zili. Açmadım, bozmadım keyfimi. Patlamış mısır kahve fincanım. Korku filmi gelmesin sakın. Üçlü koltuğun sürpriz esmiyordu onların. Sahte dertleri geçti şimdi. Battaniyem, kareli battaniyem. Değerli her saniyem, değerli her saniyem. Kareli battaniyem, kareli battaniyem. Değerli her saniyem, değerli her saniyem. Bugün benim günüm, kapandı üzgünüm. Sıkıldım artık insanlardan. Hiç durmadan ararlar, hiç sormadan gelirler. Hiç yalnız olmasınlar mutsuzlar. Kendi kendilerine kalmak ne zor gelir ki. Rehberin değer bulur, isminin baş harfi. Çaldı bak zırıl zırıl telefonun zili. Açmadım, bozmadım keyfimi. Patlamış mısır kahve fincanım. Korku filmi gelmesin sakın. Üçlü koltuğun sürpriz esmiyordu onların. Sahte dertleri geçti şimdi. Battaniyem, kareli battaniyem. Değerli her saniyem, değerli her saniyem. Kareli battaniyem, kareli battaniyem. Değerli her saniyem, değerli her saniyem.
Okay, and how was your first day in Portugal?
It was really goddamn bad. Trust me. I got penalty from the metro. I went to the metro. I took metro to go to my home.
Yes.
Then I validated my card to the machine. I thought that I validated. Then I get in the metro. Someone come to me and then ask, "Where is your card?" What are you talking about? Card? Yes. Then I gave him the card. Then he checked it. How to say? And then he said that you didn't validate. I said I validated. Come on, I validated. I put it in the machine. Come on. Then he wrote a paper to give me a penalty. Then I got penalty for a 100 euros. I paid it 100 euros.
You paid it?
Yes.
In the first day you have...
God, in my first day, come on. I said,
Really? You said you were a foreign person?
Yes, I said. But they didn't know English. So I need to
They
learn
didn't know
Portuguese.
English.
Yes, I need to learn Portuguese to understand people and to communicate with people in here. Then I paid 100 euros. Then I was like, oh damn, I paid 100 euros. Oh wait.
It's a really bad experience.
Yeah, it is really bad experience in your first day.
Really.
In Porto.
But then all the others only could be nice because you have a bad experience in the first.
But and then it gets better, you know.
Yes.
I learned lots of things here, to place to go.
Yes.
Lots of things, but it's getting better. I'm gonna be here second semester. It should be more fun because I like summer in here.
Yes.
I mean, I wanna get in the beach, swim a little bit in the ocean.
It's very cold. The water
Yes,
is
the
really
water-
cold in
In
here.
the summer?
Yes, super cold.
Yeah, no way.
Yes,
Really?
yes. Only if you go to the south,
I cannot handle it, no.
it's warmer.
South is really...
In Algarve, for example. Really south of the country.
But it's too far away from here.
Yes.
It's expensive to go there.
Yes.
Probably.
30 euros to go, 30 euros to come back.
Yeah,
Damn,
quite
no way.
possibly.
But have you been in other places in Portugal?
Yeah, I've been in Guimarães. I went to the national match
Oh.
between Portugal and Ecuador. I saw Ronaldo. I saw
really?
Ronaldo, yes.
Is it Ronaldo like a big deal in Turkey?
Yes, of course. If you see Ronaldo in the street, it's like, damn, oh, I got it. I saw the Ronaldo, something like that. And it's really cheap in here to
go see
get
the
it.
games?
Yeah, to see
Yeah.
the games. But for Porto, it's expensive.
Yeah.
Yes.
And what did you know about Portugal before you came here?
About Ronaldo, just Ronaldo.
Just Ronaldo.
And Porto.
In Porto.
Porto club. So before coming here, I was known Porto. I interested in soccer, so I always watching the Porto game between Benfica, Braga. Then I was watching the Braga and Porto game. It was awesome to watch it. Then I went to Braga, but it's not a big city.
Yes.
Yes.
More or less.
I went there on their 500 years celebration.
Oh,
Do you understand that?
yes.
Yes.
I was lucky. I'm really lucky. When I go someplace, I mean there is always activity to do. So I'm really lucky.
Have you been to Lisbon?
No, I just fly from the Lisbon, but I never been to Lisbon. I'm gonna be in Lisbon
You should go there.
on 13th of February.
Yes. When you go.
It's really different from Porto.
Really?
Yeah, because
It's the capital.
yeah, and Lisbon is like a newer city than Porto because
Yeah, Porto
Once upon a
is
time-
really old town.
yeah, once upon a time there was an earthquake in Lisbon, so it destroyed like a lot of things. So they had
Old
to
things?
construct
Old
the buildings.
Yes.
Yeah,
But
So-
it was in.
it was in 1970
Yes.
something.
We have it in
55,
Istanbul also.
something like that.
It destroyed all things in Istanbul. Then they are building new building.
And when it was. When?
It was on 2000. It was on 1999, something like that. I don't like earthquake.
Yeah,
I don't
nobody
want to see
likes-
earthquake.
Here is very rare. Earthquakes are very rare in Portugal.
What do you mean?
Earthquakes are very rare. Never happen almost.
In Porto?
See,
Yes. I'm gonna be here for all my life.
oh, we would like that. So
Second one, Tarkan öpücük. Yakalarsam something like that. It's about to kiss.
Okay.
If I catch you, I'm gonna kiss. Something like that.
Takmış koluna elin adamını beni orta yerinden çatlatıyor. Ağzımda sakızı şişirip arsız arsız patlatıyor. Belki de bu yüzden vuruldum, sahibin olamadım ya. Sarma erkekliğe seni şımarık demişti mi bu dünya? Çekmiş kaşına gözüne sürme, dudaklar kıpkırmızı kırıtıyor. Biri karşıma geçmiş utanması yok, inadıma sırıtıyor. Biz böyle mi gördük babamızdan, hele güne rezil olduk. Yeni adet gelmiş eski köye bak, dostlar mahvoldu. Seni gidip kıran, yılanı deliğinden çıkaran, kaderim püsküllü belam yakalarsam. Seni gidip kıran, yılanı deliğinden çıkaran, kaderim püsküllü belam yakalarsam. Ocağına düştüm yavru, ocağına düştüm yavru, sıcağına düştüm yavru, el aman. Ocağına düştüm yavru, kucağına düştüm yavru, sıcağına düştüm yavru, el aman. beni orta yerinden çatlatıyor. Ağzımda sakızı şişirip arsız arsız patlatıyor. Biz böyle mi gördük babamızdan, ele güne rezil olduk. Yeni adet gelmiş eski köy ama dostlar mahvoldu. Seni gidip fındık kıran, yılanı deliğinden çıkaran, kaderin püskül belam yakalarsam. Seni gidip fındık kıran, yılanı deliğinden çıkaran, kaderin püskül belam yakalarsam. Ocağına düştüm yavru, kucağına düştüm yavru, sıcağına düştüm yavru, el aman. Ocağına düştüm yavru, kucağına düştüm yavru, sıcağına düştüm yavru, el aman. Deliğinden çıkaran, kaderin püskül belam yakalarsam. Seni gidip fındık kıran, yılanı deliğinden çıkaran, kaderin püskül belam yakalarsam. Seni gidip fındık kıran, yılanı deliğinden çıkaran, kaderin püskül belam yakalarsam. Seni gidip fındık kıran, yılanı deliğinden çıkaran, kaderin püskül belam yakalarsam.
What do you like about Portugal?
What I like about Portugal?
And Porto.
In Porto,
Yeah, Portugal.
Yes.
Portugal.
I would like to walk around the Ribeira Square, and I would like to stay in the Santa Clara. I would like to see the view of Porto in there. When you speak some Portuguese word, it doesn't make sense for me. Trust me. It's like it's like that.
How does it sound for you, the Portuguese language?
Something like that. Trust me.
Okay,
When they speak in Portuguese, I always say that. No fala português, no fala português, no português.
that was good.
But I'm gonna take Portuguese course.
And have you ever listened to Brazilian speaking Portuguese?
Yeah.
Brazilian people?
I got lots of Brazilian friends.
And the difference between Portuguese?
No, it doesn't make sense for me.
It still makes no sense.
I cannot understand between.
But can you see the difference between the Portuguese
No,
and
I
the
cannot.
Brazilian?
Because it doesn't make sense for
And
me.
Spanish. The Spanish makes sense for you.
Yeah,
But Spanish is really close to Portuguese.
but I know.
Super
but
close.
your name is Rita, right?
Yes.
You say your name Rita. But
Yes.
Spanish say your name
Rita. But it depends. There are some Portuguese
but,
that say Rita also. It's
It is
Yeah, it depends on the place, the Portuguese.
But do you think it's easy to learn Turkish? You know any Portuguese that learn Turkish and you
No,
understand
I
that?
maybe when they speak it doesn't make sense, but I can understand. And Turkish is the second hardest language to learn.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
Really hard to learn. You don't want to try it.
And what about religion? Are you a religious person?
Not really. Not really. Yes, I am. No, not really. I eat pork, so.
Yeah, so okay.
So it's not I'm not a religious people, but in Turkey you can see lots of religious people. I mean, some part of Turkey you cannot touch the girl. You cannot touch the girl. But in the western part of Turkey, you can touch the girl. You can communicate with girl. But in some part of Turkey, you cannot talk with girl. Really, they cannot talk with you. I mean,
What happens if
if they talk, it's
They kill
it's
you.
about they're not gonna kill you, but they're gonna beat you.
Really?
Yes.
That's really intense.
No, if you are living in Turkey, it's okay for you. But you are European, you growing up in here, so it's really different for you, but not different for me. I live in Western part, so I grow up like European people. Going to the beach, seeing the people with the
Yes.
Bikini? How do you say?
Bikini.
Bikini.
Bikini, yeah, you can. But in the eastern part, no way to see it.
And girls don't go to beach.
Yeah, they are going to beach,
But they go all covered. Covered.
That some,
Some.
maybe.
Is a beach
Some
only
rib-
for
some-
girls?
Some religious people, they are covering themselves with the gloves to swim, but some no. With the bikini they can. they can get in the bar, but religious people never drink alcohol, never eat pork, never get in the club. For me, no, I am not a really religious people. But I'm trying to be a religious. And maybe one day, I will be a religious people.
And is Turkey a tolerant country?
Tolerant, but
Comprehensive? Something like that.
I did not get it.
For example, for those religious people, if they see someone
Drinking beer,
drinking or whatever,
they are arguing. Do you mean?
yeah, like they, as you said, like they beat
Yeah.
other people or
Yeah, but
something.
if you see some pairs, boys and girl, so if you look at the girl, really, how to say, really good.
Yeah.
Pretty?
Oh, look at this
Yeah.
girl.
Oh, if you look,
Check this one,
okay.
something like
Yes.
that.
Yes.
They can beat you, but it depends on the people, you know. Most of part of Turkey, yeah, something like that. If you go to bar and you talk with his girlfriend, he can beat you in there. You can fight in there. You can argue just. And if they drunk,
Yes,
just get the hell of there. Just get the hell of there. Run away. So that's the religion. This is our religion. So
yeah, here in Portugal we're very like.
you're not religious people.
No, we're not
Come on.
religious. We're not religious. But what I was going to say was,
It depends on the generation.
yeah, we don't fight that much.
Yes.
We're just like, oh, whatever.
Yeah, they can say that if you talk with his girlfriend, he can say that, it's my girlfriend. Do not talk.
Yeah, people in here just talk.
Yeah,
say,
just talk. And he can say, oh, sorry, it's my bad. Sorry, something like that. But in Turkey, it doesn't work like that.
Yeah, but it also depends on the people.
Yeah, it depends on the people. For me,
really.
just I can talk. If they keep going to talk with my girlfriend,
Yes.
I can just push. Yeah, it's about our cultures.
Yeah, of course.
As I said before, culture is really different.
Yes, yes. Yes.
And then second one, it's really hard. Kuzu. İşte kuzu geldin.
Bak, kırıldı kolum kanadım, olmadı tutunamadım. Zor, yokluğun çok zor, alışamadım. Vur, vur, vur bu akılsız başı duvarlara, taşlara vur sevabına. Sonra affet, gel baksın bağrına. Süzüldüm eridim, sensiz olmadım. İşte kuzu geldim, dilince kapandım dizlerine. Bu kez gururumu ateşe verdim, yaktım da geldim. İster at ister öp beni ama önce dinle, bak gözlerime inan. Bu defa anladım durumu, tövbeler ettim. Vur bu akılsız başı duvarlara, boyuna. Sonra affet, gel bassın bağrına. Üzüldüm eridim, sensiz olamadım. İşte kuzu kuzu geldim, dilediğince kapandım dizlerine. Bu kez gururumu ateşe verdim, yaktım da geldim. İster at ister öp beni ama önce dinle. Bak gözlerime inan, bu defa anladım durumu değil. Acı biberler sür dilime dudaklarıma. İşte kuzu kuzu geldim, dilerince kapandım dizlerine. Bu kez gururumu ateşe verdim, yaktım da geldim. İster at ister öp beni ama önce dinle. Bak gözlerime inan, bu defa anladım durumu tövbeler. İşte kuzu kuzu geldim, dilerince kapandım dizlerine. Bu kez gururumu ateşe verdim, yaktım da geldim. İster at ister öp beni ama önce dinle. Bak gözlerime inan, bu defa anladım durumu tövbeler.
Have you noticed any common personality traits in Portuguese people? The way that we behave ourselves?
No, you mean, do you have some traditional behavior?
Yes.
No, I mean, no, you're like ours. You're like us, I mean. So, Portuguese people like Turkish people. All face like Portuguese in Turkey. So there is no differences between Portuguese people and
Yes.
Turkish people.
Nice.
It's
So,
okay.
so you don't have any special behavior.
And we have a thing in here in this show. We always talk about the fact that we get late all the time. We are
Yes,
always
of
late.
course, of course.
Do you notice that?
Portuguese people always late. Always, they are always late. We were in the match, in the national match. So we get in the stadium early, before 1 hour.
Yes.
So we were in there, then match start. Portuguese people
Still coming.
come 10 minutes later. So
It's
we
normal.
were celebrating New Year in the Ariados. I was in there in 11:30. I didn't see anyone in the Ariados. On midnight, it was crowd, lots of. They're always late. They're going to party at 2 a.m. or at 2 a.m. Not before 2 a.m. They're going to party at 2 a.m. Just 2 a.m. So, but you are always late.
We weren't.
No, you
We
were.
try to be on time.
Yes. And there's something that you change that you will do in a different way when you come back to Turkey because you changed
Yeah,
it.
I changed a lot here. I mean, I learned how to live my life. I'm young. We don't have club in Turkey. Yes, we have
Yes.
club, but we have two parts. Two parts. Western part and Eastern part. You cannot see any club in Eastern part. You can see lots of club in Western part, but if you don't have lady with you, you cannot get in the club. It's strange, but I don't know. I know. I learned a lot of things here to do in the future.
And what are the biggest differences between Portugal and Turkey?
Between yours. For me, yeah, but I mean, Portuguese people drinking beer in the street. You cannot see anybody drinking in the street. Beer, I mean. If you drink beer in the street, they will like, I have to say, dangerous people. You were like dangerous people. They will see you like look at that guy. This guy is dangerous. Get the hell out of here. Keep far away from him. Something like that. In here, they're relaxed. They're drinking beer in the street, but they don't argue with someone, they don't fight with someone. Yeah, sometimes yes, they did.
But
In
it's
Turkey, when they drink some beer, I mean 2 beers,
Yes.
they got drunk and then they fight all the time. Something like that. This is the main differences. Drinking beer in the street.
And do you find Portugal a safe place?
Yeah. Portuguese is safe. Here in Porto, it's really safe. When I go out to club in the morning,
yes.
I can walk to my home easy and safe. I can see some poor people sleeping in the street, but you can see a lot of poor people in the street sleeping. I don't like that because they are always coming to you and
Yeah, asking for
Asking
money.
you.
ask for the money. Hey, give me money.
And in Turkey, do
There's-
you see people like that?
You cannot, but you can maybe. It depends. I
It
mean,
depends on the place.
yeah, it depends on the place, but not everywhere.
Yes.
In here,
In here.
in front of the McDonald's. If you go
But-
to McDonald's,
But
yeah.
here is like in cities.
In
You,
big
if you
cities,
go to
basically.
a small place, there's anyone in.
Because
in the
only
streets.
in big cities
They're
it's
alone.
profitable, right? It's only
Yes.
in big cities because only
Yeah. If you're in the big city, you have to adapt it. You have to, yeah.
And what about the studies? You see.
I like to study here. Trust me. I never been to school. I don't need to go to school, but I passed all my course except one.
Yes.
I like it. In my country, I study hard. Not hard, but I study. But in here, I don't need to go to school.
What are you taking?
In business, I mean,
Yes.
department. I study business management. It means stealing money from companies. I learn how to steal money from companies. That's what I study. I don't need to study. I can do it in the life. So I can enjoy the life. Then I can learn a little bit experience. Then I can do my job.
But do you want to work in here?
In here, in Porto, Portugal. No, I don't think so. I would like to work in United States, but my family is in the Turkey,
Yeah.
so I'm gonna miss my family. So
But this is your first time in Europe, in Europe, like in this part of Europe.
yeah, it's my first time in Europe, but it's not my first time in the abroad. I've been in United States twice, in 2010 in Alaska, in 2012 in Wisconsin. I was a lifeguard, guarding the people.
And what about the way we interact each other is different than the way the people interact, like in relationships, like the relation between each other. You know, it's different from Turkey.
You mean, are they helpful or friendful, something like that?
No, like it's about the relations. Like there's a big difference between the way we interact each other with countries like Germany. You know.
Yeah, supposedly German are cold or
Yes,
something.
and there's any difference between Turkey and Portugal?
I don't think so. No, there's no big differences. If you ask somebody in the street in Turkey, hey, help me, could you help me, some stuff, they can help you. They can try to say something in English, but even if they don't know English, they can say that. If you ask some place to go, hey, go this way, go, right, go, right, go, something like that. But they can try to help.
Yeah.
And in here, you also find that.
Yeah, but when I speak to them English, they answer to me Portuguese. I speak English, they answer to me Portuguese. but we can use our body language.
Yes.
Then we can communicate each other. It's
Yes,
okay.
we understand.
When I go to supermarket, I say, how much it? She says in
Yes.
Portuguese, 5 euros, something like that. How much is it? 5 euros. Cinco. Without the hand. Yes.
But the numbers is easy because you can write
Yeah.
that and it's okay.
Yeah, but number is easy. When you ask something, how can I go this place? What's you talking about? Something like that. They speaking all the time Portuguese. That's why I need to learn. Fourth one is my favorite. İstanbul'da sonbahar. Autumn in the Istanbul. It's awesome, you know. Mevsim rüzgarları ne zaman eserse o zaman hatırlarım çocukluk rüyalarım. Something like that.
And what that means?
It's about to Istanbul.
And what means?
There's one guy. Yeah, meaning of the
The meaning.
Meaning. Autumn in the Istanbul. Autumn in the Istanbul. Winter, autumn.
Okay.
O zaman hatırlarım çocukluk rüyalarım, şeytan uçurtmalarım. Öper beni annem yanaklarımdan, güzel bir rüyada sanki sevdiklerim hayattalarken hala. Akşama doğru azalırsa yağmur, Kız Kulesi ve adalar. Ah burada olsam çok güzel hala, İstanbul'da sonbahar. Sevmeden sevişmek, tanımak bir vücudu, yavaşça öğrenmek, alışmak ve kaybetmek. İstanbul bugün yorgun, üzgün ve yaşlanmış, biraz kilo almış, ağlamış yine, rimelleri yakıyor. Akşama doğru azalırsa yağmur, Kız Kulesi ve adalar. Ah burada olsan çok güzel hala, İstanbul'da sonbahar. Akşama doğru azalırsa yağmur, Kız Kulesi ve adalar. Ah burada olsam çok güzel hala, İstanbul'da sonbahar.
How to say bem-vindo in Turkish?
What?
Welcome. You know how you say welcome in Turkish.
Merhaba. It's simple. It's easy to say.
Okay, but merhaba is not like I.
It depends, we have lots of words to say, and baba naber, something like that. If you're saying to someone really serious people, you can say merhaba.
Okay.
I want to try something.
What? Maybe.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, go ahead.
Okay.
It is the longest word in Turkey, okay?
Go ahead.
Just one word. I will say right now. Çekoslovakyalılaştırmadıklarımızdan mısınız? Try to say it.
No, can you repeat?
Çekoslovakyalılaştırmadıklarımızdan mısınız?
What
does it mean?
It's really hard to explain, trust me. If you want to explain it, you have to use 17 English words to explain it, to translate it.
Okay, but it's like you have in your language, if you say something, you say something with a different accent, it means different things, or it doesn't happen?
No, it doesn't. No. I said it, Turkish is the second hardest language to learn. I cannot explain you Turkish.
But you can explain as say something like how are you, or
How are you, miss? Merhaba. But Nasılsın? Nasılsın? Yeah, it depends. I mean, no, I think because of it depends on the people. If you're saying to your body, it's like Baba ne haber? Baba ne yaptın? Something like that. Yeah, I also think Baba. I like to use that word.
Is Turkish a formal language?
Formal?
Yes.
Yeah.
Because in Portugal we distinguish like the verbs, the way we say the verbs between if we're talking to a friend or if we're talking to the boss or something. So there's also that distinction.
Yeah, if you are talking your boss, you have to careful. You have to
Yes.
know where words to have to. Yeah. You have to be careful. You have to be careful about using the words.
Yes.
How did you learn English?
So, in my high school, I was nothing about the English. So, I went to the Alaska, trying to speak in English without speaking Turkish for 3 months. Then I got English in there, and then I come back to my university. I studied business management in English in my university. So I'm taking all my course in English. So
Yeah.
I'm improving my English all the time. I've been to Wisconsin in 2012. I improved my English again. I'm here to improve my English. I'm here to improve my Portuguese.
Yes.
So I am trying to be best, like American people. When I speak, sometimes I don't how to say. I cannot remember the word. I cannot understand. I mean, sometimes English people. I can understand American people, but English people, when they speak, I was like, what are they talking about? Something like that, you know. It's really different to understand English people, English accent. But
Yes.
I want to speak like American people. Like fast.
It's more party mood.
I would like to speak, but I need to study a lot. But I'm lazy. I never study about English. No. Just I take course, then go home, enjoying the parties, and playing gaming on the computer.
Okay.
I have to study about English.
There's something that you can't do here that you do in Turkey, like
In here we have really typical special meeting between boys and boys. So if I do it in here, they think about me like a gay. Really. If I do it, they think like, are you gay? Something like that. No. In Turkey we have different meeting. So I would like to say that if you go to the bar in Turkey, if you wanna dance, it's like how to say, girls and boys not close to each other, you know. In here, dance are really sexy. They're dancing too close. I mean, doing something sexy. In Turkey, no way to do it. If you do it, they'll look to you like that. What are you doing here? Something like that. Yeah, we have some people like that.
Yeah, that's because we're Latin. We're Latin people, so
Yeah, I like Latin people. I met lots of Colombians. They knew how to dance. I mean,
yeah,
Yes.
but we're Latin, but another
Yeah.
level, not like
Brazilian people.
not like.
but you about Portuguese music, you like something of Portuguese
Fado?
that you heard?
You mean Fado?
Yes, we have
like
more, but
Do you like fado?
Fado or Fado?
fad.
Fado. Fado.
Okay. I didn't like Fado. I've been the Fado concert. It's too slow, too boring. When I listen it, I would like to.
Yeah, it's really sad and melancholic.
Yeah,
and
melancholic.
It depends. There are
depressive.
fado. There are not depressive
yes,
fado,
yes.
but
There's also that version,
but you don't heard other music than fado, Portuguese music.
No, I just no. Gustavo Lima Brazilian song. When I go to club, always
It's only
playing, always
Brazilian.
playing.
Yeah, but
Brazilian song.
clubs are not exactly the best way to learn Portuguese
Yes,
music.
of course. That's why you have to guide me to the know Portuguese music. And then 5-1 içerim ben bu akşam. I'm gonna drink tonight, something like that. I'll drink tonight, something like that. Duman is the good.
İçerim ben bu akşam, içerim ben bu akşam, içerim ben. Ben burada bu akşam, ben burada bu akşam, ben burada bu akşam, ben burada bu akşam. İçerim ben bu akşam, ben burada bu akşam, ben burada bu akşam, ben burada bu akşam. İçerim ben.
And when you come back to Turkey, how you will describe Porto and your experience? And it's like
I'm gonna explain a lot of things to my friends. So I will say I really liked Porto and I really enjoyed the nightlife in Porto. And I will say the Matosinhos. I cannot say it.
Matosinhos.
Matosinhos, right?
Yes, Matosinhos.
I like the ocean. I like to enjoy the sunshine and sunset. It's awesome to see. Relax a little bit, closing the eyes, sleeping in there a little bit. It's awesome. It makes me feel like freedom.
Yeah.
Feel happy. And I wanna do surfing in here. I'm gonna do surfing second semester.
Just prepare because it's really cold.
Yeah.
The water is really cold.
Don't say it.
Yes, it is.
I wanna fly over the sea. I mean, over the water. Surfing. Yes. I wanna do that.
Okay.
So that's all. If you want me to sing, I can. Maybe a little bit.
That's okay, I guess.
You guess?
So, yeah, I think we need to end the show. So we have to thank you for being here
Yeah.
and spend time with us.
You're welcome. I
Okay.
appreciate to be here, really.
and you want to do radio after that, right?
I do a lot of new experience here, and this one is my new experience. It's my first time in the radio. I really appreciate you, really.
We do. Thank you.
Thank you.